नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशताय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौरी गोविंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Jai Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna,
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, गौर प्रेम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादां सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेता गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरवंदे वृंदावनेश्वरी विद्यमानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी शरणाय। So Lord was Vrindavan and we came there. Jayo Jayo Gaura Chandra Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Advaita Charya, all glories to all the devotees of the Lord.
When autumn arrived, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to go Vrindavana. In a solitary place, he consulted with Ramananda Raya and Swarupa Damodara Goswami. It starts after the monsoon or rainy season.
Anyone remembers where we ended? 16th chapter.
He wanted to go to Vrindavana, but he went back.
Yeah.
Went back
And what did he say? Why he could not go? What? Huh? Gadadhar Pandit was unhappy. That's why I could not go. Then he asked, please allow me to go to Vrindavan. Whom did he ask? Sadhu Damodar Ramananda Rai. What did they say?
Wait till Chaturmasa.
Rainy season. So now autumn arrived. Autumn arrives after rainy season. So this is continuation of previous 4 months passed. Now autumn arrives. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to go to Vrindavan. In a solitary place, he consulted with Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar Goswami. Interestingly, every time Mahaprabhu consults Ramananda Roy and Sarva Bhattacharya. This time he is consulting Ramananda and Swarup Damodar Goswami. He has independent free will, whatever he wants to do. Okay.
मोरा छाया शरा यादी तुम्ही दुई जाना तबे अमी याना देखी Sri Vrindavan. The Lord requested Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami to help him to go to Vrindavan.
Please allow me to go to Vrindavan. Oh. Sorry. So the Lord requested Ramananda Roy and Sadhu Damodar Goswami to help him go to Vrindavan. I was just thinking about Naresh Puran, like Madhavi is there, very close.
And Padulu is fine.
That's good.
Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I shall leave early in the morning and go incognito, taking the road through the forest. I shall go alone. I shall not take anyone.
So first only clear. Nobody should come with me. Then he says one is okay. Otherwise he says nobody. So setting up the bar. And he said, tomorrow early morning I will leave. Please allow me. Then he said, tomorrow morning I am going to leave. They didn't even speak. Please allow me, tomorrow morning I will leave. Okay. Yes.
If someone wants to follow me, please stop him. I don't want anyone to go with me.
Including both of you.
Please give me your permission with great pleasure and do not be unhappy. If you are happy, I shall be happy on my way to Vrindavan.
Like go in sad mode then. So happily don't follow me. Be happy we stay there and be happy to depart. Make me depart.
दोई जना कहे तुम्हें ईश्वर स्वतंत्र यही इच्छा से ही करेगा नागा प्रादा परतम. Upon hearing this, Ramananda Raya and Sadhu Damodar Goswami replied, Dear Lord, you are completely independent. Since you are not dependent on anyone, you will do whatever you desire.
Whatever you like. Says Ishara Swatantra, completely independent. Yehi ichha sahi kareeb hai. Whatever you will desire, you will do that only. Yes.
किंतु अभी मेरा सुना है का निवेदन तुम्हारा सके हमारा सच्चा भी आपने Dear Lord, kindly hear our one petition. You have already said that we derive happiness from our happiness. This is your understanding.
Very intelligent. He said, we want us to be happy, right? So here is how we can be happy. And then they will say something. You already said that you want us to be happy. Here is how we will be happy. Yes.
One request, we shall be very, very happy.
Otherwise, we'll be unhappy. Then you said you want us to be happy. Here is the request.
Uttama Brahmana Eka Sange Avachya Chahe Dikshakari Dikshadi Yadeshvatravahi. Our Lord, please take one very nice Brahmana with you. He will collect alms for you, cook for you, give you prasadam, and carry your water pot while traveling.
So why they want him to carry a Brahmana? What all will be his duties?
You can do the Madhya Pradesh. You can get the food.
He will beg.
Yeah.
Whatever he get, rice, dal, he will cook. He'll give you prasadam and he'll carry a water pot like a personal servant. How will you manage everything by yourself? This will make us happy.
When you go through the kingdom, there will be no available. You can accept the therefore, please give permission to at least one pure Brahmana to accompany.
Mahaprabhu would not eat in anyone's home if they're not Brahmanas. But usually Brahmanas you won't find in jungles. So what will happen? If you have a Brahmana with you, every day he will provide you. Otherwise, how will you make your arrangements? They didn't say that, please.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I shall not take any of my associates with me because if I choose someone, all others will be unhappy.
Very considerate. So, no, doesn't want to cause any inconvenience to devotees. So, anyone I know should not come with me. Unknown person is okay. Neutral.
Such a person must be a new man. We must have peaceful mind. We can obtain such. If I can obtain such a man, I shall agree to take him with me. Maya is so strong that unless one is determined not to fall victim, even the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot give protection.
So Mahaprabhu said this time he should be of a peaceful mind, because remember Kala Krishna Das, it was a trouble to take him. That his mind should be peaceful, should not be agitated. Then just engage in my service and that's all. And I should not know him, neutral. So none of us, I think, qualified to go with him.
बलभद्रभट्टाचार्य उमाते सुश्रीजगौड़ा Pandita Sadhu again. Sarup Damodar then said, here is Balabhadra Bhattacharya, who has great love for you. He is an honest, learned scholar and he is advanced in spiritual consciousness. Srimad Bhagavatam, Bruyus Viprasya Shishyasya Guravo Guhyam Apita. A disciple who has actual love for his spiritual master is endowed by the blessings of the spiritual master with all confidential knowledge. The person who assumes himself to be a great devotee but mentally is thinking of something else is duplicitous. One who is not duplicitous is called sadhu.
Some reflections. There are many points in this. Let's see if someone can give some reflections on this. First, Swarup kahe ei bala bata bhattacharya tomate susnigda bada pandita sadhu arya. So there are 4 adjectives used. One is susnigda. Snigda means he has a lot of love for you. Snigda means like affection. Susnigda means he has ton of affection for you. Then susnigda bada pandita. He is a scholar, sadhu, arya. Sadhu, actually Prabhupada says sadhu means honest. I think we will see the purport. Purport continues for, I think, 2-3 slides. So he should be a sadhu. Prabhupada says sadhu means honest. And then Prabhupada describes honesty as, see here, one who is not duplicitous is called sadhu. So who is a sadhu? A person who assumes himself to be a great devotee, but mentally is thinking of something else is duplicitous. One who is not duplicitous is a sadhu. So what is the quality of sadhu described here?
Not duplicitous.
What does it mean, not duplicitous?
It should be humble, and this is a spiritual master's order, or anyone, without thinking something else in the mind. And
can someone give some example of duplicitous?
Externally,
You all can also speak with me like this. Some example of duplicitous, like some practical examples, because we want to really understand.
externally looks like devotee, activities are devotional, but internally you are not really no devotion. Thinking of no presence of mind.
No, paying for this speech. Mataji is talking about me. Thank you. So, yeah, outside, very humble. Inside, see how great I am. This is duplicitous. What else? I think मेरी category में होगी. What else? Outside, this is not good. Inside, desiring it, whatever it is. What else? Some example of duplicitous.
Maybe the example Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Brahmana need to come with a peaceful mind, but he might be thinking something and he forcibly came with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to serve him. Doesn't make sense.
Means he forcibly want to come with Lord Chaitanya, so he's acting as a peaceful mind, but he does not have a peaceful mind.
Yeah, he might be thinking why I came here, why I'm serving him.
Oh, like that.
Two ways he's thinking. But somehow they
Yeah,
down
that
the
is
road.
also duplicitous. Means internal outside doesn't match. Like one lecture, there is one devotee, Sutapa Prabhu, he just took sannyas. Swayam Bhagwan Maharaj. You heard him, yeah. So he mentions going beyond mediocrity. And he says, no hidden behaviors, no hidden practices, no hidden, our real nature is when we are alone. That's who we really are, actually.
Yeah.
So nothing there that contradicts Krishna consciousness. Then that's how we go beyond mediocrity. Mediocrity means okay devotee, and then sincere devotee. So sincere devotee means he does not have, like what Yogi Prabhuji says, private life. That is also signed into precipitation. Huh?
In one way to explain the term impermanence, the devotee should be very strict of following the rules like from within inside.
Yeah.
With the desire. Something will explain the term impermanence.
Like practicing principles, being very strict internally. Yes. Like what does Krishna says about those who are not honest? Use the word Mithyachari. What does that mean? Mithyachari is Uchyate, he says. Don't be a pretender. And is anyone here who is duplicitous? Join the club. And Mana Siksha, you remember? What does what does Mana Siksha say about duplicity? When does it go away?
Engage in
Nobody can say no to that. Engage in devotional service. Okay.
devotional association.
Yeah. So he speaks 3 verses about anarthas. And then he says, then you can attain love for Radha and Krishna. So what is the first level of anarthas? Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsar. First level of anarthas. What is second level of anartha? After they go away, what does a devotee face? वो आखिरी level है, उससे पहले एक level है. And then what is the third level? Now, Pratish. How do we overcome them? And they become more and more subtle. Like initially, the pride, envy, it takes some time to realize, oh, they are deeply ingrained in me. Then we come out of them. Once we come out of them, then we realize how duplicitous behavior is ingrained in me. And once we come out of them, then we realize how desire for fame is so ingrained in me. When we come out of them, then we move to the path of pure bhakti. I may have. Give me 1 second. I'll open Mana Siksha quickly. What is the solution he gives to overcome Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsar? Raghunath Das Goswami.
Cry out to the
Cry out to devotees. I opened simple Mana Siksha and then 194 pages opened. Okay, yeah, I found it. The highwaymen of lust and his friends have bound me around the neck with the painful, horrible, powerful ropes of many wicked deeds. Oh mind, please scream out to the devotees of Krishna, the killer of Baka. I am being killed, thus he will save me. Clear? Kam, Krodh, Adi. Oh my mind, why do you burn us both by bathing in the urine trickling from the ass of a great deviousness and hypocrisy? This is the
duplicity part, hypocrisy. Instead, you should delight us by eternally bathing in the glistening nectar ocean of pure love for Sri Sri Gandharva Giridhari, Sri Sri Radha Krishna. Why we become duplicitous? Because we want to enjoy internally or privately, which is not. So why are you trying to find enjoyment there? Why don't you hear the beautiful pastimes of Gandharvika Giridhari? Why don't you enjoy there? Why are you trying to become duplicitous where you only get misery eventually? So he says that you become more Krishna conscious and derive pleasure or amrishwa. Then you give up lower taste. Then after you overcome duplicity, then Goswamiji says, as long as the impudent, untouchable woman of the desire for fame dances in my heart, why should pure love for Radha and Krishna touch me? O mind, continuously serve my spiritual master, the leader of those who are dear to the Lord. Then my master will quickly kick out that Haridan and allow the pure love to enter. So what does he say is how to overcome the desire for fame? He compares it to the prostitute dancing in the heart. How do we overcome that desire for fame? Yeah, how serving spiritual master overcome the desire for fame? Why that helps? What is the logical reasoning behind that?
Guru is the Guru.
Guru is the Guru. That is true also.
This is something we
Just like Tagore says, if you don't try to serve Guru, then you will try to become one. I want to become Guru. Why? Because that is a sign of envy for Guru. That I want to become Guru. We say, right, all glories to Prabhupada. But we say all glories to, we take all glories to ourselves and say all glories to Prabhupada. Does that happen to anyone of you? Take the glory and say all glories to Prabhupada. That is duplicity. Because what we are saying and what we think is not the same. But we are very much trained to speak like ISKCON language.
just
Tilak hai na?
just to not to have any the personal propaganda, the agenda, always just to serve under Guru. And just here is whatever the instructions are we are putting in the Guru because it's coming from the Parampara. That's how we just
And because it is very subtle, it is very difficult to realize these qualities, how deeply ingrained they are. And the more we progress, the more we can realize the subtle elements within our consciousness and then we work on them. We cannot work on something that is not exposed to us. Make sense? How can you work on something that you don't know? Okay. So let's see what else he says. Susnigdha, great love. What does the first paragraph says from Bhagavatam? A person who has actual love for his spiritual master is endowed by the blessing of spiritual master with all confidential knowledge. One who has actual love for Guru, he will have the knowledge revealed from within. Prabhupada says with respect to Susnigdha, love. Love for Guru will give you transcendental knowledge.
when we say the actual love, because almost most of all the devotees will have the love towards their Guru. But what is the line quality that makes difference?
Very innocent question. Actually, इतना आसान नहीं है गुरु के प्रति प्रेम. गुरु के प्रति इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रेम एक है, प्रेम अलग चीज है. प्रेम जो होता है ना, वो हृदय का कनेक्शन होता है. इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रेम जो होता है ना, वो होता है कि दिस इज द राइट थिंग टू डू. आई शुड सरेंडर, आई शुड सर्व, आई शुड लव फॉर हिम. जैसे होता है ना कि अटैचमेंट, वो अलग होता है. जैसे कृष्णा के प्रति हमारा इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रेम होता है, रियल प्रेम आसक्ति पे आता है. अभी क्या है कि कृष्णा के लिए कुछ भी करेंगे, पर क्या है ना, ये हम लोग अपने अपना को ट्रेन किया है, विच इज वेरी गुड, विच इज डेफिनेटली रिक्वायर्ड, बट इट्स अ स्टेप टू वेर यू वांट टू बी इस कृष्णा प्रेमा, है ना. और जैसे जैसे कृष्णा के प्रति प्रेम बढ़ेगा ना, गुरु के प्रति प्रेम बढ़ेगा. They will happen simultaneously. It won't happen because he is manifestation of Krishna. So this will grow naturally. And when the love grows toward Guru and Krishna, then confidential knowledge will be grow. And because Balabhatta Bhattacharya has love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is a scholar. All right?
So, his spiritual master is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
No. I mean, is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a Siksha Guru? For all of us. And then, like Vaishnava Prabhupada, Siksha Guru for all of us, because he's repeating the verse of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach bhakti. But love for Guru and love for Krishna, not different. So when we have love for the Lord, the transcendental knowledge is revealed. Ratan Das Thakur has this, I don't know if you remember. I mean, I don't remember. If you remember, you can help me. The Prabhupada says like hundreds of times. All the confidential knowledge is revealed to one who serves Guru and Krishna, who has unflinching faith for Guru and Krishna. Any bells ringing? One who has unflinching faith in Guru and Krishna, all the transcendental knowledge is revealed to him. That's what Prabhupada just said. It's so many places, hundreds of places. Okay. Okay. Oh, so that was the only slide on this. Okay, so we discussed about scholar, Pandit. We discussed about sadhu. Who is a sadhu? Who is not duplicitous, who is honest. Then Arya means Arya, Bhagavad Gita. What's it? Aryan. Yeah, Arya means one who is advanced in spiritual knowledge. Krishna says, you are an Aryan. How have these impurities come upon you? They do not fit those who are Aryan. Remember? Second chapter. So Arya means one who is advanced in spiritual knowledge. So
In some like most of the Asians are Aryans.
So Aryan basically means advanced in Vedic knowledge. So Krishna told Krishna that you are Aryan and he was speaking, how have these impurities come upon you? Krishna was shocked. He is presenting such reasons. Aryan means advanced in spiritual understanding, realization, bhakti, knowledge. All right. Okay, so Saru Damodar said, please take this Balabhata Bhattacharya. He was the only one actually who went with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we will hear about Balabhata Bhattacharya. He'll become our constant topic of discussion now, because he will go with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, who is supposed to lead?
Yes. In the beginning, he came with you from Bengal. It is his desire to visit and see all the holy places of pilgrimage. Unnoticed love and desire are also reciprocated.
So here, Saru Damodar Goswami says that he came with you from Bengal. He loved you intensely. He wanted to travel with you, be with you. He's there with you all the time, but he never received any attention from her. But it is his desire to visit and see all the holy places of pilgrimage. So because he has a desire, it is manifesting that he will be the constant spirit of the Lord throughout. Like, there are so many people we don't hear, but they are attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are living around him. But Mahaprabhu is giving time to only like confidential associate. So he's one of those who is unnoticed, but he has deep love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it comes out. So unnoticed love and desire are also reciprocated. We are just selflessly serving. Krishna is noticing. Although, I mean, we may be sitting in our home, may not be doing much, but if we are sincerely practicing our Krishna consciousness, we will become dear to Guru and Krishna. We don't have to be in the limelight. We're just serving humbly in the background. Guru and Krishna will keep giving us mercy. We'll keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, but we won't notice it. One Mataji came to me and she said, Prabhuji, very fallen. Then I thought, I know she's sincere. Then I thought, don't believe her. Many times people say like that. So I said, yeah, okay, Mataji, no problem. Then she said, Prabhuji, don't know what is right, what is wrong. Then I tried, do not believe her. Now, some people, they are genuine, then some people, they are very great souls, but they are humble. That's the nature of devotees. So something was selling in my heart, don't trust her at all. So I said, yeah, Mataji, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say you are great soul, and I don't like saying such things. So I say, you are sincere, Krishna will help you. And then she told you, what should be my consciousness when I go to the altar of Radha Gopi Janamalli? So I see him as God, or should I what should I think about him when I enter the altar? Then I said, but do you think about him? He said, I think about him as my son. मैंने कहा पता था मेरे को चीटिंग करते हमारे साथ. Krishna is revealing a rasa to her. Very simple background, nobody knows much. But when she goes to the altar, she feels like he's my child. So it's like, this is a very advanced stage where you actually get a feel about your relationship with Krishna. He said, I feel he's my son. I just want to go and hug him. But I feel very bad. I feel like if I hug him, then what will Radharani think? He should be with her, right? So Prabhuji, is it okay to think like that? I said, great. I was thinking I want to bow down to you. But then, I was within my limits. I said, no, this is good. This is Krishna's mercy. And if you continue, it will reveal more and more. That's very nice. But you should think based on your, don't go with what Shastra says. Go with what your heart says. It is said that at a certain stage, you go by your heart, not by Shastras. You all know this, right? Nectar of devotion. Like Shastra says the same as God. But then at some point of time, you don't go by your Shastra. Go by your heart. Because that's what Raganuga Bhakti says actually. More important is your relationship with Krishna than what scripture says, that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. I said, at this point of time, don't treat him as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Treat him as your son. And she's like, Prabhuji, what will Radharani say? I'm taking him away from Radharani. I said, no, don't worry about it. This is Radharani's mercy that you have in this devotion in this form. This is because you are worshipping Radha Gopi Janamallam so many years, you are getting this mercy from. But first time when she came, I was like, Prabhuji, बहुत ही fallen है. तो मुझे पता लग गया था कि भरोसा मत करो इनके ऊपर. क्योंकि sincerely what is, they always say like, we are like this and like this and like this. And you don't understand. So unnoticed love and desire are also reciprocated. Nobody is noticing. Very simple. Everybody come and scold you. But then if you are sincere, ultimately what matters in the end? How much advancement you have made, right? What is your realizations? It doesn't matter how famous you are. What matters is कितना प्रेम है भगवान के प्रति, कितना भक्ति पैदा हो चुका है हमारे हृदय में. How much devotion. When we see the Lord, what emotions comes out. That's what matters, right? Otherwise, it's the bhakti that we are looking for. Like, Yuga Bishop Prabhu says, why do you came to ISKCON? To become managers and temple presidents and leaders. Why you came to ISKCON? Yeah, this temple, I will lead this temple. Anybody came to Radha Govinda Mandir for that purpose? Someday I have a desire to lead this temple. No. We come because we want to become nice devotees. We want to experience bhakti in our heart, right? So why change your goals after some time? Why not just for what you came, do that what you came for? And that's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, with bhakti, weeds develops. Actually, recently I was discussing with one devotee about all the 6 kinds of weeds. So with bhakti, weeds develop, and he says, if you're not careful, then the weeds will choke your bhakti. And he says they look like the same. Anyone was there for Bhagavatam class?
That's what it's recently it was discussion.
Yeah, I was thinking too high I spoke. I think I should not have spoken these things.
When we put the fertilizer, when we water it, along with the bhakti seed, weeds also grows. So that has also very important safety.
And we don't see the difference between, we pray for weeds. That's when bhakti starts to reduce. Can you give an example how we pray for weeds? And we think this this watering the weed is actually watering bhakti. Can you give some example? Think when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling something, it has to be very deep. Otherwise, why will he say become an expert gardener? So can you give some example of how we water the weeds?
How we water the weeds?
Yeah. Okay. Should I explain the question?
No, I think it's
Question is clear, right? We water the weeds, and weed looks non-different from Bhakti. Mahaprabhu says. If Mahaprabhu is telling, then we should not be so like, I know what is weed, what is Bhakti, and I'm watering the Bhakti. And my Guru Maharaj also says we are mostly watering the weeds. And when we water the weeds, the Bhakti becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. In the beginning, usually water Bhakti. So feel very good. But then the weed grows and we misidentify them as Bhakti and we start watering them. And then we are not able to really distinguish it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says a pure devotee can distinguish between Bhakti Lata and weeds.
Means when we come first is come, we came for bhakti. And slowly we will divert our things to leading stuff or some other own propaganda. Yeah, those are all weeds. But without knowing, we are making them grow. And I understand.
Okay, very good.
To become famous.
To become famous. How do we pray to become famous? Give me some examples. So we are praying to become famous.
I want to do that service.
My Lord, please give me that service. Why I want that service? So that I can serve Krishna. But then, कुछ और भी है. सेवा के साथ एक और element है. And this looks like bhakti, but this is watering the weeds. And we think, no, this is how I want to serve Krishna. And you'll be convinced and you'll pray for it. But actually, we are watering the weeds. Some other examples. Think about your prayers and see what you want, what is your desire, and think how much of that desire is to please Krishna, Guru and Krishna, and how much is that desire for yourself. To that extent, we are watering the weeds. If the desire is in line with pleasing Guru and Krishna, that is bhakti. If it is pleasing myself, then that is all different varieties of weeds. Any other examples? Nagmani Mataji, any weeds? No, I think you only are watering bhakti. Usually weed does not grow in the beginning.
Suddenly,
Maybe pride.
Pride. Can you give some example? How we are watering the pride?
So maybe in public, when we call ourselves as Krishna conscious and then differentiate ourselves
Better than others.
better than-
And we think that this is devotional service. If we consider that as bhakti, then there's a problem. But if you're able to distinguish, then, and we don't act on them, then we are good. The desires will be there, but the thing is, am I acting on it? Very, very difficult, Prabhu. Why? So deeply ingrained. How many of you have some experience of it? So deeply ingrained, we cannot just act on bhakti principle. We helplessly act on weeds principle only. And we know that also. But we still don't distinguish. Sometimes we don't know.
helpless.
Helpless, right? That's why at some point of time, you just have to like only prayer verse at some point of time because you realize actually it's very difficult. Only in the first year, we think we are great devotees.
Yeah.
You all went through that phase. I'm a great devotee.
Yeah, always very close to the Krishna only. Then when we really get into that, okay.
Yeah.
My Lord, that is it.
Like somebody sometimes sings in the temple. You sing, you sing, you sing. You don't sing. That's good. If you don't come in front, weeds won't grow. Whenever you come in front, that's only weeds will attack you. Correct? When you come in the center, then what is my prayer while singing? Krishna, please let this be a nice kirtan. Why? इज्जत का फलूदा हो जाएगा यार.
Is it wrong to even, I think, yeah, into pleasure of devotees, so you think, okay, again, if I don't sing, maybe devotees might feel bad. So that's the way.
इसलिए मैं बोला दिखता नहीं है difference.
No, that's what,
अभी हम रियल एग्जांपल पे आ रहे हैं.
that's what I mean,
No,
just
both are
thinking.
same, right? Singing, I want to get a good fame. That is one way. Other side is what other devotees think. So that is also another way.
What others will think about me. इनके पास तो कोई चेतना ही नहीं है. तो लगेगा क्या रे? It's too embarrassing. Krishna, please don't embarrass me. तो वहां पे हमारा पर्पस क्या है? यहाँ कुछ गलती हो गया तो और हम कौन प्रे करते भगवान प्लीज गलती ना हो. This all desire for fame. We don't want to be humbled.
But we are pleasing devotee also.
At the same time.
इसलिए दिखता एक जैसा ही है. अगर आपका चेतना केवल अपने लिए ममता आई एन माई जीरो है, अब आप शुद्ध भक्ति पे आ रहे हो कि आई एम डूइंग इट फॉर प्लेजर ऑफ कृष्णा, आई एम डूइंग इट फॉर प्लेजर ऑफ डिवोटीज, प्लीज अलाउ मी टू सर्व, गिव मी अपॉर्चुनिटी टू सर्व. जहाँ पे आई मी माई हो जाता है ना, और हम लोग उसके लिए प्रे भी करते हैं, प्लीज मदद करना. इट इज भक्ति, राइट? वी आर बेगिंग कृष्णा. पर क्या मांग रहे हैं? ये थोड़ा वीड है, प्लीज वाटर इट.
The other way, right? I mean, please, I mean, as you mentioned, please help me to just do the service, whatever service I'm doing it. Can you just help me? Is that the, again,
Why you want help?
for example, I'll take my example. Because I was asked to cook for 40 people all of a sudden. It was too late. I don't know what I'm going to cook and how I'm going to cook. Nobody is there. And I don't know how it is going to come because it is it was going to the Wales State College because all the new development. So I paid. No, just help me. Because I've never done that from little like 40-50 people help me and this time. From God's grace it came out well. Everything was great. I think they said okay, it was very nice. Even the people, even if it is little spicy, but
Very nice.
it is very nice. That was like, how do I think?
प्रभु जी क्या है ना, weed grows gradually over time and subtly. जैसे आपको किसने बोला कि बहुत अच्छा बनाया, 5 बार आप बनाना बहुत अच्छा बनाया, लोग बोले प्रभु जी क्या प्रसाद था. अच्छे का बनाओगे ना, then it will be in your mind, I want them to tell me क्या प्रसाद बनाया.
That should not be.
फिर आके वो पूछते हैं, फिर हम उसको देखते हो,
नहीं, इसने कुछ बोला नहीं.
उसके बाद क्या है ना, हम खुद ही डिप्रेशन में चले जाते हैं. तो वहां से पे करके बाबा मदद करना. और भगवान भी जानते हैं, भगवान जानते हैं ना कि जब ये डिजायर है नेम फेम का,
So
तो देंगे नहीं आपको.
if you are too busy,
Too busy.
not to think about me, you won't get time to think.
Bro, mind is much faster than us, bro. Constantly thinking.
Then very difficult to hold.
मैंने कब कहा आसान है?
I cannot think of it.
अभी क्या है ना, हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे. एक समय पे आके हमको लगता है कि it's one time I was discussing with Shyam with Prabhu ji, I am realizing more and more. Radhashtami, if you remember last year, I said that my prayer to Radharani is come out of the desire for fame. I was discussing with Shyam Krishna, मैंने कहा प्रभु जी ये तो deeply ingrained है. वो कहते समझाओ जरा. हम लोग ने 2 घंटे डिस्कस किया how everything is motivated by desire for fame. Everything we do. Then he called me in the afternoon. He said, "Oh, सच बोल रहे हो यार, all devouring है." Every action is motivated by that. Every action. तो क्या ना धीरे धीरे पता लगता है कि यार हम कितने फंसे हुए हैं. आप जितना बाहर निकलने की कोशिश करते हो ना, उतना यू रियलाइज कि एक्चुअली आई एम मोर डीपर इनसाइड. Right to God, you see, अरे तो बहुत और ज्यादा डीप है, और ज्यादा डीप है. Because false ego is there, right? King है वो, छोड़ेगा नहीं आपको, बहुत मुश्किल है प्रभु जी. तो मैंने स्कुटी नाती महाप्रभु से, One is Kutinati, which is duplicity. And then another is Puja Pratishta Asha, which is desire for fame. These are all weeds. Mahaprabhu mentions, he says, these weeds are unlimited in number, he says, unlimited varieties. But he says, Kutinati, Pratishta, Asha, Puja, Labh. Labh means कुछ gain चाहिए. भक्ति जब gain के लिए होता है ना, नुकसान होता है. जैसे I was just yesterday I was reading about the biography of Raghunath Das Goswami. तो उसमें this thing was coming how Raghunath Das Goswami he was chanting on the bank of Radha Kund. And then he developed a desire ki I want to increase, make it like proper steps for Radha Kund. Because he lost his glories, na? People were thinking this is like गाय पानी पीने के लिए आते थे. गायों को भूख लगता था तो वो पानी पीने की जगह थी गाय की. Cows will come to drink water there. Then Mahaprabhu took bath and he says, one time you take bath, you get Krishna Prema here. So Raghunath Das Goswami made his residence on the bank of Radhakund. So he wanted to make it bigger. And then he was feeling, this is a weed. I'm looking for labh. And he said, no, this is not good. It's bhakti, but in bhakti, I need some labh. I mean, Das Goswami ji. And that was actually Radharani's desire. I was reading the book there. It's by Shivram Maharaj, and he mentions that Raghunath Das Goswami felt he made a mistake by saying no, because Srimati Radharani has given him the service to expand Radhakund and Shyamkund. But then, there is like Radharani wants you to do some service, but then you want to be renounced. So he understood this is more important, because his fear was, Maharaj says his fear was, he was thinking, now I have to get the bricks, I have to get the cement, I have to oversee the construction. I need to get the money, and my bhajan will be sacrificed. Because Das Goswami ji his bhajan was very strict, 64 rounds, 3 hours, Chaitanya Charitamrita Leela, and very strict bhajan, and a leaf cup of buttermilk he would drink. So he was thinking, this will be sacrifice if I go to the construction of Radhakund and Shyamkund. So he thought, no, somebody else will do it. Das Goswami ji thought. And then he realized that actually when that Brahmana, he was going to Badri Narayan and he was brought. Then Maharaj thought, Goswami ji thought, this Radharani's desire, Radharani has sent him. Radharani wants me to do this. And then he felt bad because he thought, I could not see that this is Radharani's desire. I made a mistake by saying no to Radharani's desire. And then he took over that service. Kya banaya, Prabhuji? It is whatever is there today. Raghunath Goswami made it, everything. It was 2 puddles of water. Yeah. But anyways, when we are doing devotional service for labh, yes, Prabhuji.
Talking about gain. So gain means it's like a personal gain, or like if we are in the sense of welfare of other people, if we pray, is it okay? Because when we say like,
तो क्या है ना, हमेशा भक्ति हमारा mixed होता है. We are paying for the welfare of other people. Then see, along with welfare of other people, is there some welfare for me also? Or is it purely for the welfare of others? वहां पे weed आ रहा है. और ये जो duplicity होता है ना, duplicity makes us see only others' benefit, and it does not make us see our own benefit. But then we know, but we don't want to be honest with ourselves. That lack of honesty with ourselves is duplicity.
so it's only gain, not for ourselves. It's
Zero.
Zero. Okay.
For me.
Mhm.
Now we are becoming free from duplicity. Usually, this, as I explained, this is for others. But I'm not getting something. But I don't want to see something in me. I want to make myself believe it is only for others. And so this is bhakti. But then internally hidden, without accepting, I know there is something for me also. That is duplicity. Then you over and over you see, actually my every action is motivated by duplicity. Huh?
Everything will just come up. Obviously, we include ourselves into that.
Huh.
99% or 99.9.
All devouring probably. These are all devouring desires. बस आपको धीरे धीरे पता लगेगा कि how powerful is the effect on us. दास गोस्वामी जी ने मना शिक्षा लिखी है ना, he wrote at the almost maturity of his Krishna consciousness. तो ये बहुत डीप है. सचिदानंद महाराज बोलते हैं कि जब मैं पहली बार पढ़ा मुझे लगा दिस वेरी नाइस. After 10 years I read, I said this is like revolutionary book. Then again after 10 years he read and he said, it's just 10-11 verses, right? सब कुछ है उसमें दास गोस्वामी जी की मना शिक्षा में. But read करने में आपको पता ही लगेगा. But you know, like to realize what he has realized, we need to realize that we can relate with him. If we realize a very basic level, Das Goswami further verses, we think okay, but it goes very fast. Oh, 20 साल का progression है हर वर्ष में. So we cannot relate with most, but we'll relate as we progress. Then we'll relate. Oh, now it makes sense. All right, good enough on duplicity and desire for fame, pratishtha, asha, labh, kuti nati.
Sometimes, like in some situation, we may feel like behaving something else that is our real nature. But we may think others may think something bad, so we will try to behave good. So what should we do? To please others, should we behave good or whatever our original nature that we want to show? So will that become duplicity in that case? We should follow the.
Most of the times to please, we will make our nature to change, right? Okay. And that's how we are learning.
I to learn to become good person. Like others may think bad or not, so I have to behave good. So duplicity may make us behave good. But in that case, do we have to act as a duplicity or do we have to follow like whatever it is? Our real
Example, actually, I want to shout, but I control and I say, so, I mean,
Yes.
Usually I hit my kids in that situation, but it's because of
You hit your kids?
Sometimes I behave very bad. It's
Which are?
sometimes other persons are there, I'll not hit you, but not hit in front of others, so I'm controlling.
That is good. That is okay. तो क्या ना mix होता है ये. मतलब what you are saying, it can be very good. It can be to hide my fallacies. When it is done to hide my fallacies, then it becomes desire for fame. But when it is done acting as a like this is the right thing to do, then you can do it. But still you hide it. I'm not saying like we are asked to fake it till we make it. If we have anger, then we are asked to fake not becoming angry. Yeah, we shouldn't become angry. Should not act on envy. Those are like we have to act in that way. Is this hypocrisy? No. It is sincerity. Hypocrisy is when you मुश्किल है तो समझाना भी प्रभु जी समझाने के लिए भी थोड़ा सोचना लगता है कैसे समझाए हिपोक्रेसी को. अभी हमने क्या एग्जांपल दिया हिपोक्रेसी का? वो तो डेफिनेटली समझ में नहीं आता. आप बोल भी दोगे ना, nobody can relate. It came out nicely. Some of the examples you mentioned and you're like, yeah, like we are doing it for others, but then there is something for me also. And we want to think that I'm doing it for others only. And I don't want to believe that this is for me also. And it feels like this is devotional service, so I'm praying for others. But I know there's something for me also. Then this is duplicitous behavior. You understand? Yeah. But things like we like in front of other, you don't hit it, that is good. That is just proper behavior.
Until you fake it until you make it.
Yeah, we have to fake it. Yeah. But there, if we are aware,
Being humble, we are trying to be humble. It's not a real humble. We are faking. But by practicing that one or
this is sincere. This is not duplicity. This is sincerity. We want all these things. Duplicity I explain, मैं repeat तो नहीं कर सकता. You understood, right? Yeah. ठीक है मेरे आगे चल रहे.
In addition, you may take another Brahmana who will act as a servant en route and make arrangement for your food.
एक दूसरा भी ले लो. और महाप्रभु एक ही लेके जाएंगे. अब देखो. Only वाला बटर चाय will go. He said एक. What is the role of first Brahmana? भिक्षा करेंगे, कुक करेंगे, प्रसाद देंगे और आपका वाटर पॉट कैरी करेंगे. एक दूसरा ले लो जो आपका फूड का अरेंजमेंट करेगा. महाप्रभु बोले तो रेडंडेंट है. पहला वाला सब करेगा ही, राइट. वो कुछ बोलेंगे नहीं और बोलेंगे ओके, बट ही विल टेक वन इवेंचुअली.
He can also take with him. We will be very happy if two people go with you through the jungle. There will certainly be no difficulty or inconvenience.
वो कोशिश कर रहे हैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा, पर एक ही जाता है.
Rather than Brahmana can carry your cloth and water. Balabhadra Bhattacharya would collect alms and cook for them.
तो उन्होंने डिवाइड कर दिया. उसको आधा काम, उसको आधा काम. 2 लोग ले जाओ. काफी बुद्धिमान है वो लोग.
That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted to report for police and agreed to the
एक को एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. ठीक है, इसको इस ब्राह्मण को दे दो. I'll take him. Now it starts.
On the previous night, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had visited Lord Jagannatha and taken his permission. Now, near the end of the night, the Lord got up and started immediately. He was not seen by others.
वो चले वृंदावन. देखो अभी रात्रि का समय है, अभी सूरज निकला ही नहीं, चल दिए ब्राह्मण को लेके. Now the journey begins.
Because the Lord had departed, the devotees unable to see him early in the morning, began to search for them with great anxiety.
सब लोग परेशान हो गए.
He went without telling.
हाँ, किसी को नहीं बताया, केवल उन दो को बताया. सुबह होने से पहले गायब. सब लोग उठ के देख रहे हैं वेयर इज महाप्रभु. ना मंदिर में आए हैं, कहीं दिख नहीं रहे हैं, सब खाली खाली लग रहा है. तो लोग कह रहे हैं वेयर इज महाप्रभु. तो
They were to identify Brahmanas, but he told only one.
एक को लेके वो बोले कि 2 ले जाओ. पहले बोले एक सारा काम करेगा, बोले ये आधा करेगा, ये आधा करेगा. वो बोले आई टेक बलाभद्र भट्टाचार्य.
The other one will be like kind of excited.
उन्होंने बोला नहीं, वो बोले टेक वन मोर ब्राह्मण. किसी को असाइन नहीं किया, एक का नाम लिया. तो सब बोले टेक वन मोर ब्राह्मण. तो महाप्रभु उसको लेके चल दिए. You read?
Yes.
No, what is it?
Oh, yeah. While all the devotees were searching for the Lord, Swarupa Damodara restrained them. Then everyone fell silent, knowing the mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So the mother said, सब समझ गए कि महाप्रभु चल दिए. क्योंकि महाप्रभु was there for all 4 months, no news when he is leaving, and suddenly next day morning he is not visible. तो Swarupa Damodara समझाए, वो समझ गए. गए.
The Lord abandoned walking on the known public road and went instead along the bypass. He first kept the city of Kattaka on his right as he entered the forest.
So he didn't go by road, by very famous. So he went through the bypass, means avoiding the road to the jungle area. Then he went up till Katak. Then he didn't enter the city. From there he entered the forest. Which forest he entered?
Jharkhand.
Yeah. Now that pastime will begin soon.
Is it the same Katak Prabhu what we have today, or is it different Katak? This
Yeah, the capital of Maharaj Pratap Rudra.
Okay.
Previously, when he went, Maharaj Pratap Rudra invited him like 100 obeisances, built shrine, thousands of followers. This time is one Brahmana.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. When the Lord passed. Okay. Internal.
When the Lord passed through the solitary forest, chanting the holy name of Krishna, the tigers and elephants seeing him gave way.
So what we'll do, we'll stop here. It's 8:50. And this is actually the beginning of Mahaprabhu's pastime with tigers and deers and elephants and peacocks and others in the forest. So we'll begin this Jharikanda pastime next week. Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananda Koti Vaishnavendra ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.
Vanchakalpatarubhishta kripasidvacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah.
Which is Lakshmi Narti?
You simple.
Cook now.
He's making dosa.
Yeah,
Nothing happy. Yeah, I'm just.
जिसको
School.
जिसको जाना जाओ कम से कम एक वक्त रुक जाओ नमस्ते नारायण सिंहाय नमस्ते नारायण Yato yato Adputa Shringa Dalita Hiranya Kasha Antinga Keshavatita Jaya Jagadish Hare Jai Adhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanu Denga श्री नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। I wanted to give them more time because they need time to cook. So I thought, Nrsimha Aarti bada kar diya. We are ending on Zoom. Prabhuji and Mataji, thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.